Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. Awesome. Let's play that twice for you guys, like you don't enjoy hearing it enough just the first time. Oh, come on. What is going on? Sorry about that. Anyways, happy Monday. Hope you guys are all doing incredible. I am excited about today's topic, living like a millionaire while you are becoming one. And folks, I think if you take this to heart and, really digest what I'm about to say, it can definitely be transformational financially. And so let's get right into it. First off, I want to mention I get some feedback sometimes that people think that I'm too into money, that I worry about making money too much. And I just want to address that because I can certainly understand, why some people would think that. So first off, I want to mention this is a cryptocurrency investing YouTube channel. So of course, we're talking about making money. That is one of the main topics. But folks, the reason that I talk about money so much, and in my opinion, I stay away from money a lot more than other people, in my opinion. Maybe I talk about money more than I think I do, though. But one of the reasons that I talk about money so much is because it really is important. You will hear people say, money doesn't, buy happiness. And, they just, I just want to have more time to be able to, spend time with the hungry and the poor, and I want to be able to share the gospel, or do more for this charity, or donate more of my time. So many different things where people will make it seem unimportant to them to make a lot of money. But folks, the fact of the matter is, just about every one of us watching this video probably spends more time during our day thinking about making money or working to make money than we do anything else. I mean, the average person sleeps, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Some people are on the low end, 6 hours a day. Some people are on the high end, 10 hours a day. But the average person is working 8 hours a day, and in some cases more. And my contention is, folks, like, anytime, it's weird, people get this stigmatism, like when you're talking about getting wealthy, when you're talking about creating freedom, they don't think there's anything wrong at all with waking up in the morning, spending the first hour of their day getting ready to go to a job, and then driving across town, going to a job, spending 8 hours there working for somebody else that tells them when they can go to the bathroom, and if they can take a vacation, and if they can get off early on Friday afternoon to watch their son or daughter's baseball game, and so on and so forth. Nobody thinks anything about that. Like, I have a brother-in-law, God bless him. I think he's my sister got incredibly lucky when she met this man. He's one of the hardest working guys that I ever have met. And he'll get deployed go into another country at times for 4 months at a time and work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to make money. Yet him and my sister are people that actually have had the audacity to give me a hard time and say that I worry too much about money. And once again, like I said, I love this guy and he's a hard worker, but he works more hours in 4 months when he goes out of the country than I probably work the whole year. And so my point is that money's important, and quit letting it be a taboo subject. Quit letting it be something that you let people make you uncomfortable about for wanting better than average, for wanting more in your life. The fact of the matter is, you can't help other people, and you can't donate the money that you want to donate and do the things that you want to do if you're just barely surviving yourself. And so money is super important, though. It's like, I heard Myron Golden say it like this: if you don't have any, it's hard to breathe. And so it ranks right up there with oxygen. It's not quite as important as oxygen, but it's important because we need it for every single thing that we do in every day of our lives. And if you don't have any, it really becomes important. And I know that feeling. I've had times in my life where I didn't have any money and I had bills stacking up and I had responsibilities and I had things going on. And I got that, feeling, that tightness in my chest, and where it's like all of a sudden it was hard to breathe. Like it's happening to me right now just because I'm putting myself, remembering a moment like that. But it's true. Like not having money can really affect every single area of your life. And it's my contention that it does. If you think you've got a pretty good marriage right now, add some financial security to it, add some money and the ability to do more fun things with your spouse and with your children, add the ability to give more to the things that are important to you. And I guarantee you that, that is going to help. It's definitely, they say that 1 out of 2 divorces or something like that, they're the main, not 1 out of 2 divorces, but one of the main causes of divorces is financial issues. It's not always, but one of the main issues when people are getting divorced, a lot of times it comes back to, financial things going poorly and going wrong. So I don't want to talk too much about why it's important to talk about money, but I do just want you guys to see my heart. Like I know that there's many, many, many more important things in the world than money. In fact, money should be one of the lesser important things in our lives. But in order for it to be one of the lesser important things, you have to get to the point where you have a decent amount of it. Then it gets to be like anything else where you just don't care. Like I remember going to Las Vegas as a 21-year-old kid and flying in at night and seeing the lights, man. There's nothing quite like watching the plane come into Las Vegas and looking out the window and being able to see the whole Las Vegas Strip and all of the lights and everything bright and shiny. My dad and I got off the airplane. We literally went and hit a red eye. We got there at like 2 or 3 in the morning. The rest of our family wasn't joining us until the next afternoon. And my dad and I, when I was 21 years old, and I guess that would have made him like 53, we stayed up all night long in Vegas gambling, having the time of our lives because it was new. It was exciting. It was incredible. The first time you really start to experience a lot of money, you're going to feel like that to a certain extent also. But my point is that after you have the money for a while, you just get used to having it. It's like, anything else. It's like waking up in the morning and brushing your teeth. Like you get to the point where, yeah, it's always going to be cool to have some, the financial success, but you do get to a point where it just becomes kind of a natural part of your life and you're not as worried about it as you used to be. You don't spend every waking moment. Are you kidding me, cat? You don't spend every waking moment. My cat got a hold of a bottle cap. Give me 1 second, guys. You drive me crazy, cat. Seriously. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here, you guys. Yeah. This is Bandit, and she decided that she wanted to take this and play with it and take it all over my floor, didn't you, huh? Yeah, you want to take it all over my floor? Yeah, Bandit. Okay, get out of here. All right. So once you've had money for a while, you guys will figure out that you don't think about it as much, and you do start to put your time and your energy into the more important things in life. Hey, I just noticed that my beautiful bride hopped in to the channel. I want to say good morning, my love. Thank you for being here, for supporting the channel, and for reminding everybody to hit that like button, the subscribe and share button. Appreciate you so much. I am going to tell you guys all about my wife and I's new YouTube channel that we're putting together. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to talk about some real raw emotional stuff, folks. We're going to talk about a lot of the highs and lows in our relationships. We're going to talk about some times when we didn't have money and how hard that was to get through. We're going to talk about weight loss challenges and, the two of us really working hard to create better health in our lives. We're going to talk about our journey to hopefully have a baby, God willing, but we're just going to leave it all out there on the line. It's going to be called Let's Be Real. Let's Be Real with the Varnells. And I'm excited to show that side of our lives to you guys and to have you get an opportunity to get to know my incredible wife. And this is going to be an exciting journey for us, scary as heck. Especially, you know, for my wife. She's not used to being on the camera. She's not used to being, you know, talking to people. And it's, you know, something that scares the heck out of her. And like it does most of us, they say that public speaking is one of the things that people fear the most, right up there with death, you know, public speaking. So I'm proud of her for wanting to do this channel. It was actually her brainchild. She's the one that came up with this idea. It's been a while in the making, but I think we're just about ready to start throwing out some content. So for those of you that would like to, you know, maybe watch something with your spouse or significant other that could potentially, you know, it's going to be extremely entertaining for sure, but it's also, you know, hopefully going to help some of you out there that are in relationships to have better relationships, and hopefully if you're single, help you to, you know, make good decisions and pick the right partner. So I put the link in the chat. You can go there and subscribe to the channel now if you want to. It would be greatly appreciated. Would love to see some of my ride or dies, especially if you are married and have families. You know, go join the channel. And I don't know exactly when the first video is going to get uploaded, but soon. You know, part of the reason that I'm putting this out there and having a few of you go subscribe to the channel is to help keep us accountable, because it's so easy when it's just in the background and nobody knows about it to put it off and put it off and put it off, and 3 months goes by and we still don't have a video uploaded. Where once I've kind of made this public announcement that we're doing it and have a few of you go subscribe to the channel, it's definitely going to light a fire under us to go get some, you know, content created and show you guys kind of what we have planned on that channel. So would love it if you guys would run over and subscribe to the channel. And just want to say, you know, good morning to all of you. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Now let's kind of get into the topic. What in the world does it mean to, you know, live like a millionaire while you're becoming one? So first off, what it doesn't mean is, it doesn't mean that you go out and overspend and buy a Lamborghini and get a bigger house than you can afford and buy, you know, Birkin bags and Gucci and whatever, Fendi, whatever those, you know, top name brands are and stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going out and overextending your credit, getting into debt, and living like a millionaire before you actually have $1 million. What I'm talking about is building a life where you can live like a millionaire even though you don't have $1 million. And so this was actually explained to me probably about 30 years ago. And it's amazing how quickly we forget stuff. And then it was kind of reintroduced to me not too long ago. And I thought, man, that is so genius. And that is something that we definitely need to talk about on the YouTube channel. So this is kind of an episode where I wish I had a whiteboard. I need to figure out maybe how to draw on my screen, or maybe figure out how to stand up for some of these episodes and have like a whiteboard, have a chalkboard or something behind me. But so it's not going to be as great as I would like it to be, because I think it would be a little bit easier if we actually, yeah, you think that'll work? I mean, I guess I could sit here and hold it like this. I don't know. My son's helping me out. Maybe we will have a way to kind of do this. But so I'm going to talk a little bit while he's helping me out here. But one of the things that I think it's important for you guys to understand is, if you want to retire, you want to create time freedom. So there's a lot of people watching this right now that have money. There's a lot of you that are watching this that have already done very well, successful in life, that have a lot of money. But most of you are probably in a position where if you quit doing what you were doing, the money would also, you know, quit coming in. And so the definition of wealth to me was given to me by a gentleman named Robert Kiyosaki. Wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And basically his definition of wealth is, how long could you live with the money that you have saved up and the money that it's making you if you quit working, if you weren't doing anything more to create income for yourself, how long could you live? And so let me give you an example. You know, this is pretty clear, but I want to make it 100% clear. So let's just say that you had $100,000 in the bank and it cost you $5,000 a month to live, and that $100,000 wasn't making you any interest at all. So in that case, what is, you know, $5,000 a month times 20 months would be $100,000. So in that example, you would have wealth for 20 months. You know, if you had $1 million and you could live off of $5,000 a month, now you're looking at, you know what, 20 times 10, you would have 200 months. So what is that in years? There's 12 months in a year. So you'd have 10 years would be 120 months. So you'd have what? Call it like 18 years worth of money. If you had $1 million in the bank and you weren't earning any interest on it and you were just going to spend, you know, $5 a month or $5,000 a month. So my contention is that most of us are trying to save up and build up a nest egg, build up enough money to where we can live off the interest that we have coming in. So for instance, let's just say that you saved up $1 million and you were able to get, you're making an awful lot of noise over there. Let's just say that you saved up $1 million. And let's just say you guys can disagree with me, agree with me, whatever. For this example, I'm going to say that you could get 6% on your money very, very safely without having to really risk the $1 million. Now, I know that there's ways to get 8, 10, 12%, but I believe personally that once you get up above around 6%, you start to go into some riskier areas. It might be lower risk. You might be able to get 8 or 10% without a huge risk, but there's going to be some risk. So let's agree that you can get 6% on your money. And let's also then, for argument's sake, say that, so 6% on $1 million would be $60,000. But part of the problem with this example, folks, is how long is it going to take the average person to save up $1 million? Well, I mean, that's obviously a little bit different for everybody, but if you're in the traditional, if you are in the traditional money making, thank you, son. If you're in the traditional money making, you know, areas of life where you're working for somebody else and you have a job, can we all agree that most of us traditionally are probably not going to get $1 million saved, maybe in all of our lives? But even if the few that, you know, the fortunate ones that do end up with, you know, $1 million, would it also be safe to say that most of them do it over the course of their whole lifetime? Like the goal is to go get a job when you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You work for 40 or 50 years and you're putting a little bit of money into your 401k and saving it. And over the course of time, by the time you're 60 or 70 years old, you're hoping to have $1 million or 2 or 3, whatever, laying around that you can then live out your golden years with, that you can go live the life that you want to live. Well, the problem with that, folks, is life is short. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be 70 years old before I can take control and have the ability to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I also, you know, the other thing is, let's say that you follow that plan and even you get there. Like, you know, here in America, in order to get Social Security, if you're a young kid, 20, 25 years old, I don't know the exact age, but I believe you have to be somewhere around 70 years old now to retire with Social Security. And so for a lot of people, you know, once again, I don't know the exact numbers, but I would guesstimate that most people that are getting Social Security are getting anywhere from, say, $1,500 a month to maybe a couple $1,000s a month. So it's certainly not enough to live off. Some people maybe make a little less. Some people make a little bit more. But I think $1,500 to $2,000 a month in Social Security is relatively normal. So here you are at 70 years old, and you've got your $1,500 a month coming in from Social Security. You've got some money that you saved up. You out of here, buddy? Yep. All right, I love you. Have a great day. And you know, and now you're 70 years old, and you can't run. You know, you can't lift anything heavy in a lot of cases. You're on your body is declining. You're on your way out of this world. And what's unfortunately going to happen is a lot of people are only going to make it till they're 72 or 75 or 77, or even if you make it till you're 85, you live 70 years of your life so that you can enjoy the last 10 or 15 the way that you want to live it. And then, even if you did all of that, you're not going to be able to live it like you want to live it, because I don't know about you. I'd kind of like to be able to go to the beach and go surfing. I don't want to go to the beach and literally not even be able to go down into the waves. I mean, I love my dad. He passed away at 81 years old, and he was one of the healthier 81-year-olds that I've seen. He didn't look 81. But, you know, we would go to San Diego and we would go into, you know, the waves there in the Pacific Ocean, man. They beat you up. And I saw very quickly how fast he would get tired. And then at 81 years old, your balance just ain't the same as it was when you were younger. And so there was a couple of times it was a kind of comical in the moment, but at the same time, it wasn't really funny in a way thinking about it. But coming back out of the beach, you know how as you come back out and you're in that, you know, 1 or 2 foot of water area, how it really can hit you sometimes. And there was one time in particular where we were on a beach that had a relatively steep slope, and the water hit my dad and he fell backwards. And so now he's got, the water comes in and it takes him, you know, halfway up this slope, and then it comes running back, and he's like literally going back and forth, and he can't get onto his feet, and I'm behind him, and I literally end up falling down too. So there we are. Me and my dad are both ass over tea kettle, and we're both getting swept up back and forth in the waves. And then finally I was able to get my footing, and I helped my dad get up, and he, you know, got up, he stumbled up to the top and got onto the flat level of the beach, man. But he was like totally exhausted, and just like, he didn't even want to go back out in the water. And so my point is even if you make it and you get to financially free, you know, when you're 65, 70 years old, there's a very good chance that you're not going to have the health that you want to have to be able to enjoy it. So what is my point? My point is, we don't want to wait till we're 60 or 70 or 80 years old to have financial freedom. The other thing about that, folks, is that most people never end up with financial freedom. Most people at 65 or 70 years old, they might have enough money saved up to where they can pay their rent and they can pay their electricity. You know, by then hopefully their car payment is, they got to have their car paid off because they can't afford a big car payment. And, you know, yeah, they can live, they can have some groceries, but they don't go out to eat much, and they're basically still existing. So waiting till you're 70 to be financially independent sucks, even if you make it. And B, if you're on that pathway of where you're just trying to save some of your money out of your paycheck and become, you know, have a 401k that grows, that's tough to do. You know, when you get to that age, you get to 70, when you start withdrawing money from your 401k, depending on how you got it all set up, a lot of people have to pay taxes on that. So you're paying taxes and blah, blah, blah. So my whole contention is that is kind of a crummy way to go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to write on this board from this angle. Let me see if I can scoot it this direction on me, because I do think that this will be a little bit funner. Oh, sorry guys. How'd that do? Yeah, that's not horrible. I mean, it's not ideal, but oh my goodness, it's 9:30. I get it. So what I wanted to show you guys today is something that I learned a while ago now, and it just makes so much sense. And you guys have probably never thought about it this way, but let's just say we can all agree. Let's just say that you had $1 million built up, and let's say that you could get your 6 or 7% on that $1 million. So now you have the ability, you got, you know, at 6%, that's $60,000 a year. So $60,000 a year is $5,000 a month. Now, there's some of you here that would be able to retire from your jobs and be able to basically be financially free if you had $5,000 a month coming in, month out, whether you worked or not. Some people might need a little bit more than that. So in this example, if you need $10,000 a month, then you need more like $2 million in order to create $12,000 a month. 12 times 12 is 144. So at $12,000 a month in passive income, you'd have $144,000 a month. And my point of this whole 30 minutes that we've spent together so far is the fact that most of us are never in our lifetimes going to save $2 million, and especially in our younger years. If you're 25 years old, you're not going to have $2 million by the time you're 30 or 35. Now, the other thing about that, I do want the caveat that I want to talk about there is obviously we are cryptocurrency investors. And so we have the ability through cryptocurrency to create a bigger net worth faster than most individuals. So this is kind of based on just the average, everyday, hardworking man or woman that's out there working a normal job, making 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, 60 bucks an hour, you know, trying to create this $1 million or $2 million lump sum of money. Because the other thing I should mention is a lot of people are like, man, if I had $1 million, life would be incredible, because they're going to go buy a car and they're going to go put a down payment on a house and they're going to do this and do that. But the trouble with that, folks, is if you've got $1 million and all of a sudden you start spending it on cars and houses and vacations, not very long, you ain't going to have $1 million, but you're going to have the liabilities. You're going to have the car payments. You're going to have, even if you pay your car off, folks, you buy a couple $100,000 car, you don't understand what the insurance looks like on that. You don't understand the maintenance. A lot of these supercars, they cost several $1,000s just to get oil changes and new tires every once in a while and so on and so forth. So just because you went and bought a car, paid cash for it, doesn't mean that there's not going to be some expenses there. If you go buy a nice house, most of you are not, if you take the whole $1 million to just pay a house off cash, and that'd be silly. Because you can go finance a house right now at whatever, 5, 6, 7%, and you should be able to make more than that on your money. So it wouldn't make sense to go just put $1 million down on a house, pay off a house, you know. So you're going to have payments if you do that, and then your million's going to be gone, and you're going to be under more stress than ever. So my contention is if somehow you manage to come into $1 million, you don't want to go spend that $1 million. If you're trying to be free, if you want freedom, if you want to have the ability to wake up in the morning when you want to wake up, do what you want to do with who you want to do it with, then you don't want to take your $1 million and just go start spending it on stuff. So in this example, oh, that's nice and crooked, but I don't care. So in this example, we're going to get 6%, and we're going to have gotten $1 million situated here, right? So 6% of $1 million is $60,000 a year, $5K a month. And now you have the ability, oh, that doesn't show up hardly at all, does it? Yeah, see, my camera is designed to focus in on my face and make sure that it's good. But I think that we kind of, you know, like the background is kind of blurred out. This is not going to work. Oh, well. Now we know we got something to work on between now and the next live stream where I want to do this. So I apologize, guys. I would have loved to have a better visual aid. But so let's get back here. So we all agree, or at least most of us probably agree. And if you disagree with me, that's great. If you think that getting $1 million together is going to be, super easy and fast for you, you're going to be able to invest that and make enough money off of your $1 million to, create the lifestyle that you want and be able to go do what you want to do and live like you want to live. Fantastic. But most people are not in that position. And so I want to talk to the masses, not the select few that maybe are in a position to do that. So my point is here, folks, if $1 million is worth $60,000 a year in income to you, that if you had something that you were doing in your life that was creating $5,000 a month in income for you, that you didn't have to go spend 40, 50 hours a week doing, in my opinion, that $5,000 a month that you generated in income would be just as powerful as having $1 million earning you 6%. So once again, hear me out. Some of you are thinking like, no, I'd much rather have $1 million in my pocket than have $5,000 a month just coming into me every single month. So if I walked up to you right now and I said, Mr. Tim G, I'll give you two choices. I can either give you $1 million cash right now today, or I can give you $5,000 a month for the rest of your life. Most people would probably take the $1 million right up front. And I'm one of them. I'm not going to lie and say, no, give me the $5,000 a month. I'll take the $1 million. I'll take my chances. But since we already agreed that the $1 million is, going to be a long ways off for most people, $5,000 a month is just as powerful as the $1 million. Hopefully I explained that properly, if that makes sense to you. So you got $1 million cash and you invested at 6% interest, that makes you 60 grand a year. My contention is this: if we can help you create $5,000 a month in cash flow that you don't have to go work for, 40, 50 hours a week for, that is as good as having $1 million in the bank. And then the great thing about it, folks, is if you can learn how to create $5,000 a month in positive cash flow, then you can create $10,000 a month in positive cash flow and $15,000 a month in positive cash flow. So I'm not here to teach you how to do that. Everybody's going to find different ways. And probably 9 out of 10 of you that are watching this are going to turn it off, and you're just going to go back to work tomorrow and you're not going to do anything in this direction. But there's some of you where, they say that once a mind expands, it can never contract back to its original state. Like if you take a piece of metal, like a ruler, and you bend it, you can only bend it so far. And then once you get to where it creases, you can never bend that thing all the way back to straight. Your mind is like that. So for those of you that have never heard anything like this before, I want you to get your mind wrapped around the fact that $5,000 a month coming into you as a monthly income stream that just hits your bank account every single month in, month out, whether you're there or not. You could be on vacation, go to Hawaii, take your family to Hawaii for the month, and that $5,000 still hits your bank account. That is as powerful as having $1 million in the bank earning you 6% a year. So if that is true, then what are we going to do to create that $5,000 a month that just comes in every single month? Well, folks, there's a lot of different ways. I'm going to pop off a handful of ideas, but it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. And when I start listing off these ways, if the first thing you do is think to yourself, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't seriously, folks, who cares if you wanna? Do you want to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and have to get up and go to a job that you hate for 8 or 9 hours and then, have 20, 30, 40 minutes, an hour-long commute and an hour-long back? No. I know very few people. They say that 85% of the population doesn't like their job. So if there's, 50 people watching this video right now, that means that 40 of you don't like your job. 40 something of you, maybe 43 or 44 of you, and maybe there's 5 or 6 of you that actually like your job. And my contention is, even if you like your job, you don't like it so much that if they quit paying you to go do it, that you would want to go do it. And you probably don't like it so much that if all of a sudden you created a passive income stream that was worth as much as your job or double or triple what you're making on your job, that you wouldn't decide that you wanted to spend more time doing other things. Like, there's got to be things in your life that are funner than going to your job, in my opinion. If the funnest thing you do all day long is go to work, man, I would suggest that you find some hobbies, that you find some stuff that you're doing in life that are going to be, funner than going to a job. So what are some of the things that you could do that can create this passive income stream? So we talk about it in cryptocurrency. You can buy revenue producing assets in the cryptocurrency space. So the Atom token is one that we talked about that earns 15% on your money. Now, once again, though, at 15%, you need what? So that on $100,000, that would be 15 grand. So you would still need $400,000 worth of Atom, making you 15% a year to be at $60,000. 400,000 is still a lot of money, but it's only 40% of $1 million. And you're not putting your money into an investment that is like, say, the stock market, where you're going to be happy with a 10 or 15 or 20% return. Atom is sitting at, I was telling you guys about this a couple of weeks ago, Atom was down at $3.80. It's already back up to $4.60. Would have been a great little investment. You guys would already be up 20% or so, going on 30% on your money if you would have bought some Atom. But Atom was a $44 token. And so if you have the ability to go and invest some money in Atom, let's just say that you got, $20,000 invested in Atom, you would need it to 20x to get to 400,000 in value, which would then spit off the $60,000 a year. So I'm not saying that none of these ways that I'm talking about are financial advice. They're not necessarily the best way. Everybody's going to be a little different. That's a good way for somebody that doesn't like any of my other ideas, because the other ideas that I have, some of the other things that you can do are, you could, create a YouTube channel, or you want to do something that creates reoccurring revenue. So what is that called? It's called a continuity offer. So a few things in life that might ring a bell to you that are continuity offers is, your Netflix subscription. That's a continuity offer. You signed up for Netflix, and now you just pay that $10, $15, $20 a month in, month out. That's a continuity offer for Netflix. Gym memberships. You got a membership at Planet Fitness, $25 a month, every single month. Hits your bank account. That's a continuity offer for Planet Fitness. One of the things that I would like to interject into this point is one of the biggest reasons that most people are having so much trouble financially is you guys are paying for a lot of continuity offers in your life, but you don't have any money coming into you on a continuity offer. So you got to go trade your time for money, and then you use that money to pay for continuity offers, but you don't have any continuity offers in your life that are paying you every single month. And so my contention is, you need to find some continuity offers. And I know that a lot of you that are just used to punching a time clock, that are just used to having a job, are going to have a little bit of trouble wrapping your mind around this concept. And your initial first thought is going to be, oh, I can't do that. Like, you've been trained your whole life to go to school, get a good job, get an education, and get a good job, and kind of, get told what to do. You show up every day and they tell you what you got to do. Where if you're going to create a continuity offer, you're going to have some creativity. You're going to have to, have the mind open to the fact that you actually could create continuity offers. So a continuity offer could be a YouTube channel. Why is that a continuity offer? Well, because as you build up a YouTube channel, you have the ability to, do YouTube memberships for $5, $10, $20 a month. That's something that I haven't really taken advantage of on my YouTube channel. I wanted to have my infinite circle, my private group, which I do. But, you could do a YouTube channel and just have the $5, $10, $20 memberships. And if you have a good YouTube channel with people that love you and that are following you, it's not that hard to get, some people signing up for $20 a month. So what at $20 a month, what do you need? 250 people paying $20 a month. And all of a sudden you've got $5,000 a month, coming in every single month. The other cool thing about like a YouTube channel is that you get paid on the video. So I still make money off of videos that I did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because people that are new to the channel find my channel and they go watch these videos. It might just be pennies, nickels, dimes, but it adds up. And 20 years from now, I could still be getting paid off of videos that I did. I could still be making money from this video 20 years from now. So you want to find things that you can do the work once and get paid for over and over. Now, I know a lot of you are like, yeah, but I don't like talking in front of people and I don't have anything to say. I think there's a lot of you that would be comfortable getting in front of a camera and talking. What the heck? Like, if you don't like it live where you're afraid you're going to make a fool out of yourself like I do so often, you're afraid your cat's going to start, knocking stuff around, taking this and knocking it all over the place and making a bunch of noise. You don't want to do it live. Fine. Go record it. And then the cool thing about it is if you record it, you don't have to publish it. Just tell yourself, hey, I'm just going to go record something. I might never publish it. If that helps you, believing that helps you to have the courage to go record it. But the other thing is, folks, so many of you probably don't think you have anything that people would be interested in. And that's just not true. Do you realize that there's people out there that now are like own a plumbing business? And they do videos on how to start a plumbing business. And believe it or not, there's still people out there that have those skills or that want to have a plumbing business. Or maybe they have a plumbing business, but it's just not making them a lot of money. You come along and you've got a successful plumbing business, and you teach them how to grow their plumbing business through the principles that you've used to make yours successful. You can literally be a janitor at a high school and create content about what it's like to be a janitor at a high school. Some of the conflicts that you have with the kids and ways that you think, things could be better. And, some of the ways that you've, saved yourself some time and money and energy. Like there's janitors out there, believe it or not, there's one janitor that has a pretty easy job of it. He's got a really good system. Life is good. He enjoys his work. He's got his ear pods in. He's listening to his music, and he's got a pretty good system. There's other janitors out there that are like, totally all over the place. They're always getting yelled at by their bosses. I mean, this is a theoretical example and maybe a little bit silly, but my point is, and I believe it's true, every single one of you has unique abilities. Every single one of you has something that people would find interesting. And folks, you don't need hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers to come to your YouTube channel in order to create continuity offers that can make you a ton of money. I was listening to a YouTube channel last night where a lady had started a YouTube channel, and she only had about 30 subscribers. But one of those subscribers really liked what she was talking about. She helps people invest in Airbnb properties. So the first thing that happened was the guy bought a house through her. So she's in real estate, so she has the ability to sell people Airbnb houses. So this guy came across her YouTube channel, liked her content. She only had 5, 6, 7, 8 videos out. But he liked her content. He got in touch with her, and she ended up selling a house to him that he could use as an Airbnb rental. Well, she made about a $12,000 commission. As a real estate agent, you make a commission in those situations. She made $12,000 off of that. Well, then the guy came to her and said, hey, I'm pretty new to this Airbnb stuff. Do you help people set up the Airbnb and kind of give them the blueprint for how to run it successfully? And she said, yes, I do. That's another $10,000. And the guy paid her $10,000 because he would rather have the blueprint from somebody that knew what they were doing, paid her $10,000 for the blueprint. Then he asked her, hey, by any chance, do you just manage this stuff? Like if I just turned my Airbnb property over to you, would you manage it for me and collect the money and hire the house cleaners and do all of that? And, and just send me my money at the end of the month? She said, yeah, absolutely. That is, whatever it was, $1,000, $1,500 a month. I think $1,000 a month of that was profit. So she made $12,000 on selling the house. She made $10,000 for her blueprint, and now she's got a reoccurring revenue helping this guy for $1,000 a month profit in her pocket. And guess what she's doing? Now she's realizing that what an incredible business that could be, and how many other Airbnb owners are out there that don't want all the hassle, that just want the paycheck at the end of the month. Now, this isn't total passive income, obviously. She's got to do a little bit of work, but it's her own business. And as she builds it up, 99% of the stuff that she does for that $1,000 a month, she can pay somebody else to do. So it's all about just having a mindset. What about creating a newsletter? There's a lot of newsletters out there. It's not that hard to get somebody to pay you, $25 a month if you've got a good newsletter that's talking about something that people are interested in. I don't know. I haven't seen Deadwood on here today, but Deadwood, is a contractor, and he has a lot of skills when it comes to, hanging up drywall and building houses and all of that kind of stuff. It would not be that hard for Deadwood to build a little bit of an audience by creating a little bit of content and showing people what he's doing and how he's doing it. Something else, writing a book. So this gentleman, Myron Golden, used to he used to pick up trash. He'd picked up trash in a garbage truck way back in the late 90s, early 2000s for like, $6 an hour or something. Maybe even as back in the 80s or so. But long story short, he wrote a book called The Trash Man to the Cash Man back in 2006. He sells it for $20 on his website, and plus shipping and handling. And still to this day, 16 years later, he still sells several hundred books a month, makes $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month, every single month from his Trash Man to Cash Man book. He also wrote a book not too long ago called Boss, Business Optimization Systems and something or else. Last time I talked about it, I didn't remember the acronym at all. This time I got 3 of the letters: business optimization systems, and I don't remember what the second S is. But he wrote this book back in 2021, I believe he said, and it's $30 plus shipping and handling on his own website. That book sells, anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 a month worth of that book. So he literally has $25,000, $30,000 a month coming in every single month from writing a book back in 2006 and then writing a book in 2021. Once again, so many of you watching me today are going to just tune me out, and you're going to be like, I can't write a book. I don't know how to write a book. And even if I did know how to write a book, who's going to want to read it? Well, folks, that's why we have Monday Mindset. Today isn't a whole lot on the mindset, but if those are the thoughts that are coming to you, if those are the things that you're thinking about, that's why we do all the other Monday Mindsets. And I recommend you go back and listen to some of the mindset videos that talk about how to get this 6 inches in between your ears right. Because if you're hearing about this and you're just dismissing it and thinking of it as something that doesn't pertain to you, that that's just for the elite, that's just for the super successful, that's just for the doctors and lawyers and, Elon Musks of the world, that's a bunch of baloney. That's a bunch of baloney. Get that out of your head. God made you perfect, and God made you unique. You have skills and attributes. You have life experiences that you're the only person that's ever existed. There's nobody before you, nobody after you that's going to be you. And I promise you that you have the ability to help a lot of people. There's a gentleman out there that came up with kind of a proprietary new way of really helping people get off of addictions. And so to start off with, he just loved people, and he was an ex-addict, and he wanted to share and help people, you know, to become a better version of themselves. And he started going out and helping people to get off of drugs and alcohol. And it was working so well that at a point in time, you think to yourself, well, gosh, he got greedy, but that's not the case. At a point in time, he was so busy that he couldn't do it anymore. It's like I've had that experience here where I've got people reaching out to me and wanting me to do like one-on-one 1-hour consultations for free. And I got so busy that I couldn't do it. I used to do one-on-one consultations with my friends and families, and even with some of my viewers totally for free. Now I charge like $250 an hour. If you want to get on with me one-on-one and discuss some strategies, it's $250 an hour. And it's not because I'm greedy. It's because I've got a wife and kids that I would rather spend time with. And in fact, my mentor, gentleman Myron Golden, that I'm listening to, he doesn't do one-on-ones at all. He's got people in coaching programs that are spending $55,000 a year for his coaching program that never get one-on-one time with him. It's all within a group, because he's not going to spend one-on-one time with people for $55,000 a year. Now, once again, for those of you that are out there making $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a year, that sounds crazy. Who in the world wouldn't even, like, he's not even willing to take 1 hour a month for 12 months. Like, so 12 hours and give it to you for $55,000. If you wanted to do something like that, it'd be on a one-on-one basis, and it would probably cost you multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, maybe even $1 million a year to get him one-on-one for an hour 12 times in a year. My point is, this gentleman created a coaching program and started charging money for it. And he became very, very successful and built an incredible business while he's helping people. Why shouldn't you get paid to help people? I don't know where that stigmatism came from. Like, oh, I don't want to charge my friends and family. You know, this homie hookup stuff too. Like, oh man, I normally charge $1,000 for this, but because you're my brother, you're my brother-in-law, you're my sister, aunt, uncle, friend, whatever, like, you come to me and you're like, hey, I know you normally charge $1,000, or like in my case, hey, I know that you normally charge like $250 an hour, but since I'm one of your buddies, can you do it for me for $100 an hour? That's a poverty mindset. Don't do that to your friends and family. Pay your friends and family full price for the things that they're doing in life. If you've got a friend or a family member that's got a business, go pay them full sticker. Pay them extra even, so that you're supporting their business. Don't go and try to, get them all the way down to a price where they're not making any money and you're taking away all their dignity. That's not abundant mindset. Go pay full price to your friends and your family. It'll change your life, because you want people to pay you full price. And I guarantee you, if you're not willing to pay your friends and family and the people that you love full price for the things that they do, how in the world are you going to feel good about going out into the world and charging other people full price? It's a little bit off topic, a little bit mindset, but you got to think abundant. Something else, like, you think to yourself, like, man, if those of you that are like, oh, I can't create an offer because nobody is going to pay me $20 a month or $100 a month for that offer, that's probably because you are unwilling to pay $20 a month or $100 a month for other people's offers. Like, guys, I've got way more coaching and things that I'm paying for. In fact, I'm getting ready to pay another $100 for another, couple day course here. Just, in fact, after I get off this video, I'm going to go pay the $100, and hopefully I'll be able to watch the replay of today's, because it was going on during this live stream. But if you're not willing to go pay $100 a month for somebody else's private group or their mastermind or their newsletter or whatever it is that they have that would be valuable to you, well, then you're never going to have a successful offer yourself. Because if you're unwilling to pay somebody else $100 a month for their time, you're never going to feel good about charging other people $100 a month for their time. And you're going to believe, if you in your mind believe that paying somebody $100 a month is a bad deal, that it's not productive, that it's not worth your money, then you're never going to feel good about charging somebody else $100 a month for whatever it is that you're sharing. And I'm here to tell you that whatever you've got, it's way more valuable than $100 a month. I'm going to probably watch this course that I'm getting ready to watch for this $100. This $100 is probably going to make me millions over the course of my lifetime, but I know for sure it's making me tens of thousands. Like, I'm going to get 100x ROI on this 1,000%. And so with that, folks, I know we've been an hour. I want to get off of here. Hopefully this was a little bit helpful. Just to kind of summarize once again, get the $1 million too. But my point was, live like a millionaire while you're getting the $1 million is, let's go create. Yeah, it might take you 5, 10, 20 years to get the $1 million. But I believe that every single one of us has the ability to create an offer, to create something of value that people are willing to pay for in a much shorter period of time. Now, how long is that period of time? Well, for some of you, it might be a month. For some of you, it might be 6 months. For some of you, it might be 6 years. But can we agree that the average person that's taking off in life and is, starting off in life at 20, 25, 30 years old, however old you are, most likely, if you're not a cryptocurrency investor, you are not going to accrue $1 million over the next 5, 6 years. Which means in 5 or 6 years, you're still not going to have $5,000 or $6,000 dollars a month coming into you every single month, because your $1 million is spitting off 6%. We can all agree that 99% of humans are probably not going to have $1 million over the next 5 years using traditional methods. So 99% of the population would benefit from watching a video like this and figuring out how over the next 5 years they could create a $5,000 a month passive income stream. Like, you guys realize here in the United States, people are working 40 or 50 years for Social Security, which is $1,500, $2,000 a month. I'm telling you, let's work for 5 years and have $5,000 a month. So you're working, instead of 40 or 50 years, you're working for 5. And instead of working 40 or 50 hours a week, this is something that you do part-time for 5 or 10 hours a week. And instead of taking 50 hours to make $1,500 to $2,000 a month for Social Security, which, by the way, here in America is not even guaranteed that that's even going to be around by the time we retire. But not only is it only going to be, 40, 50 years of your life for $2,000 a month, I'm showing you a plan where if it took 5 years for $5,000, you tell me, what's the better plan? 5 years, 10 hours a week for $5,000 a month coming in every single month thereafter, or 40 or 50 years for 40 or 50 hours a week to have $2,000 a month come into you, and that's not even guaranteed to be there. So one of the things that we're going to do, folks, on this channel is we're going to revisit this, and as I come up with more ideas and ways that I think that we can go out and create this passive income stream in our life, I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about some more ways to actually do it here in the not too distant future. But I just wanted to share this with you, expand your mind a little bit. Hopefully you guys got some good value out of this, and hopefully there's a few of you that a little light bulb popped on in your head, and you're thinking, yeah, I've had this idea, maybe this could create $5,000 a month for me. And then once again, folks, we'll get into the details, but the great thing is, if you can figure out something that brings you in $500 or $5,000 a month, I can show you and I can help you through Myron Golden's techniques and the things that I'm learning. I can show you how to double that 5,000 into 10,000 with one small business step. Then I can show you how to turn that 10,000 into 20,000 with a second business principle. Then I can show you how to turn that 20,000 into 40,000 with a third business principle. And then I can show you how to turn that 40,000 into 128,000 with the fourth business principle. Or you can go get the book, Boss Moves by Myron Golden yourself. I'll throw a link into the description of this video. If you want to go buy his book, you can go get his book and be learning from both of us. He also does once a month. He has a Make More Offers challenge that's $97 for the 5 days. It's an hour a day. If you pay $97, it's an hour a day for 5 days. If you upgrade to the VIP experience, you get 2 hours a day for the 5 days. And one of the hours is people that had paid $800 to be able to ask questions. You get to listen to him answer all of their questions. So they pay $800 to be able to talk to him one-on-one and ask him a question, but you get to hear the question and the answer for $297. So anyways, that's an hour a week for 5 days, or 2 hours a week for 5 days, 5 or 10 hours of training on how to create an offer. So what we've been kind of talking about, continuity offer, how to create an offer. So if any of this sounds exciting to you, I highly recommend signing up for next month's How to Make More Offers challenge. I highly recommend going out and getting his book, Boss Moves. And like I said, I don't have the links in the description right now, but I will get some links to you to make it a little bit easier. Full disclosure, I am signing up to be an affiliate for Myron Golden and his program. So if you do go through his links, I do get an affiliate commission. But feel free to just, go Google Myron Golden and just go do it directly through him. I'm not doing this for the affiliate commissions. Yeah, it's a nice little, that's another way to make your $5,000 a month passive, by the way. So we talked about YouTube channels or writing a book, affiliate programs. Find somebody that you love, that you believe provides a lot of value in the world, and then just share what they do with the people that you have influence over, the people that know you, and earn affiliate commissions. There's people out there earning millions and millions of dollars a year that have never created a product. And I guess I'm glad I thought about that. So for those of you that have watched this video and are like, well, I don't have a book, I don't want to do a YouTube channel, and you're like certain that you just don't have anything to offer the world, which is untrue. But if you just are totally certain that that's not you, then just go find some people that do have incredible things that they're offering the world, like the Myron Goldens of the world, and go become affiliates and share what they do with the people that know you, like you, and trust you, and make some affiliate commissions. You can make $5,000 a month in affiliate commissions very, very easily. And when I say easily, I'm talking about compared to going and working 40 or 50 hours a week at a job that you hate. It's not easy, as in it's just you're gonna wake up, you're gonna become an affiliate for somebody, and the next thing you know, $5,000 a month is flowing in. No, it's gonna take some work. Anything that you're making $5 grand a month on is gonna take a little bit of work. So when I say it's easy, I just mean that it's easy to do. It's easy to figure out. It's pretty easy to become an affiliate for Myron Golden. It just takes a few clicks. You fill out a little form, and all of a sudden you've got affiliate links. And every time somebody goes into the description of my video and clicks on the Boss Books affiliate link and they go buy a book, I'm going to make a little bit of money. It took me, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes to set up. So folks, it's easy to become an affiliate, and you can become an affiliate for thousands of different things, whether you're in automotive, or whether you're in house building, or whether you're a realtor, whether you're in cryptocurrency, or whatever. There are tons of affiliate programs. In fact, I'm getting ready to hopefully have an affiliate program myself, that those of you that want to get in on it can be affiliates, for Infinite Crypto. So with that, folks, the last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to do this, one more time. I appreciate you guys. And I want to just share with you one more time, guys, if you would help me and my wife out by going and subscribing to this YouTube channel, I would appreciate it. I'll make you a deal. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and after we post a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 videos, you don't like it, just unsubscribe. I promise you there won't be any hard feelings. But I believe that this channel is going to help a lot of people. I know that there's a lot of hurting people out there that are struggling in their health journey, that are struggling in their financial journey, that are struggling in their relationships, that are struggling in their faith journey, that are struggling with their children, that are struggling with their mental health. And I believe that this channel can help with all of it. You know, we're not going to be talking about cryptocurrency and what tokens to go buy, but we are going to be talking about financial principles. We are going to be sharing some of the good times and the bad times in our lives financially. We're going to be sharing some of the highs and lows in our relationship, highs and lows in our weight loss journey. In fact, I think one of the videos that we're going to be making is we're going to step on a scale every single week in order to be accountable. And hopefully you guys are going to be able to witness an incredible transformation in our health lives over the next 6 to 12 months. And we're going to be sharing with you guys exactly what we're doing, the supplements that we're taking, and just, you know, the whole road to that. So I think you guys are going to love this YouTube channel. I really am excited about you getting an opportunity to know my amazing wife a little bit, and to be able to see her come out of her shell on camera and share some of the amazing insights and the things that she's been learning over the last couple of years. So that's the end of the commercial on the Let's Be Real with the Varnells. But you can, go look at the description here. There's no videos yet, but man, we're just like here. We're just a regular family keeping it real and showing you what it's really like behind the scenes. No filters, no fake stuff, just the messy, funny, and sometimes chaotic moments that make family life unforgettable. And it says, here, we're going to share our struggles, from lifelong weight loss battles to massive financial highs and lows, having a baby, and so much more. So for those of you guys that are ride or dies that have supported the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would go sub to this channel, take a look at our content. Once again, I hope you love it, but if for some reason you don't, just go unsubscribe. So with that, folks, I am super, super excited. I am super excited about tomorrow's Trader Tuesday. We got a new thumbnail. You got a new thumbnail on the channel that I hope you guys like. We are still working with BYDFI. They are a fantastic channel. They are a fantastic. Why is it not? Oh, here we go. BYDFI is still a exchange that I'm going to be using, and they're still safe. I still like them, but we are exploring some other partnerships, and so this thumbnail is up for grabs. So if you're watching this and you're a part of an exchange, whether it's a decentralized exchange or a centralized exchange, and you would like this branded for you, we are looking for sponsors. I will be fully transparent. When it comes to exchanges, I am extremely picky. I will not share an exchange with my community, with my viewers, that is not top notch and that I feel is very, very safe and going to be, a good thing for them. That's why it took me 4 years to start sharing BYDFI. I had exchanges coming to me all the time, and I just kept telling them no, 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 no. Now I'm a little bit more open to the idea. But hey, tomorrow, Varnell Trader Tuesdays, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So with that, folks, I hope you all had a fantastic day. I love you all very much. I appreciate you all for spending this over an hour of your time with us. Your most valuable asset. You can't get it back, so I appreciate you spending it with us. And hopefully a handful of you are going to come back to me in a few weeks or a few months and share with the group what idea you came up with and how you started creating this $1 million lifestyle before you had the $1 million. So with that, folks, take care. God bless. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.